Part 1. The Mystery of Agartha, the Kingdom Beneath the Earth. Since childhood, we've been taught that the Earth is a solid sphere, composed of multiple layers: the crust, the mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. But what if that knowledge is merely the tip of the iceberg, and deep within the Earth lies an entire world humanity has yet to discover? For thousands of years, countless legends, ancient texts, and strange stories have spoken of a land hidden deep inside our planet. A place that modern science cannot yet confirm, but also cannot fully deny. That place is known as Agartha, the mythical kingdom beneath the Earth's surface. Nearly every ancient civilization has its own version of an underground world. In Hinduism, there is Patala, a sacred realm beneath the earth, where the serpent gods, the Nagas, reside. In Maya mythology, Kshabalbad is the underworld that the dead must traverse, filled with perilous trials. The ancient Greeks spoke of Hades, the resting place for souls after death. And in Chinese beliefs, there is Diyu, the underworld where the king of hell judges the deeds of the dead. What's truly strange is that despite vast differences in geography and time, these civilizations all described a hidden, mysterious world beneath our feet. Could it be just coincidence? Or is it a collective memory of something real? A strange journey begins with a vision. One of the most well-known modern stories about Agartha comes from Swedish psychic Mariana Stokes. During a trance, she claimed to have connected with an American man named Doi who had accidentally stumbled upon the hidden kingdom of Agartha. In the 1960s, Doi was a marine freight worker in Seattle, USA. In the 1960s, Doi was a marine freight worker in Seattle, USA. Hours later, Doi awoke to find himself in a place unlike anything he had ever seen. There was no sun, yet everything was gently lit. A soft, ambient glow filled the air. He wandered through dome-shaped houses made of a marble-like material that seemed to emit light from within. The streets were paved with golden stone, the air was pure, and the people, tall, long-haired, and kind-eyed, looked at him with gentle curiosity. A tall man wearing a robe reminiscent of an ancient sage approached him and said, "Welcome to Agartha, the city of light, where time stands still." According to Doe's account, Agartha is an immense world that exists deep beneath the Earth's crust, completely separate from the surface civilization. The technology is incredibly advanced but harmoniously integrated with nature and spirituality. The people of Agartha harness energy from crystals and the Earth's magnetic fields. They communicate not only through language, but also telepathically. Time seems to stand still. Residents can live for centuries, maintaining youthful appearances and sharp intellect. The man who welcomed DOI explained that Agartha is shielded by a special energy field, making it virtually undetectable by human technology. Those who stumble upon it, like DOI, only do so because their conscious frequency is in tune with the existence of this realm. The encounter and the promise to return. After some time living in Agartha, DOI was invited to return to the surface world, where his family was still waiting. Before he left, the white-haired man handed him a small flute and said, "Whenever you wish to return, blow this flute. We will hear you." DOI entered a long tunnel, illuminated by the golden glow of crystals embedded in the walls. When he emerged from the other end, he found himself standing at the base of Mount Shasta, a spiritually revered mountain in California. Long believed by many to be a gateway to the Unearthed. When DOI shared his unbelievable tale, no one believed him. Many thought he was delusional or suffering from psychological trauma after the accident. Only one person believed him, his grandmother in Sweden, who was once a renowned psychic herself. Only one person believed him, his grandmother in Sweden, who was once a renowned psychic herself. A story that became a controversial book. DOI later recounted his full experience to Mariana Stokes. With her guidance, his words were carefully recorded and published as a book. Titled Agartha, The World Inside the Earth, it quickly gained attention and also provoked heavy criticism from the mainstream academic world. However, one thing is undeniable: similar stories of Agartha have appeared across cultures for centuries, and the strange consistencies among them are difficult to dismiss. Part 2. The Truth Inside Earth's Core. The story of Agartha did not end with Doe's return to the surface. In fact, that was only the beginning. Back in the modern world, DOI found himself tormented by the contrast between what he had seen beneath the earth and the chaos of the world above: pollution, war, division, and fear. Every night, he dreamed of the golden streets, the glowing domes, and the serenity of Agartha. The flute given to him by the white-haired man sat quietly on his bedside table, yet he hesitated. Was it a dream, a hallucination, or a truth too vast to comprehend? But then, something strange happened. One. The men in black suits. One morning, a black car pulled up in front of Doe's apartment. Two men in formal suits knocked on his door. They introduced themselves as representatives of a geological research organization and asked him about his shipwreck experience. But the tone of their questions quickly shifted. They weren't curious, they were testing him. One of them slid a photo across the table. It showed an image of an underground city. The buildings were similar to what DOI remembered, round, glowing structures. "Have you ever seen anything like this?" the agent asked. DOI didn't answer. He realized then that someone else knew, and they were watching. That night, he blew the flute. 2. The return. Within minutes, the area in his room shimmered faintly. The walls vibrated with a low frequency. And then, silence. When he opened his eyes, he was standing again in the tunnel of golden light. The man with the white hair greeted him, but this time his face was grave. "You've been followed," he said. "They've always watched the surface, but now they watch Agartha too." DOI was led deeper into the city than before, beyond the residential areas, through crystal passageways, into what looked like a vast, underground observatory. Giant circular maps floated in the air, not made of glass or metal, but of energy and motion. On one of them, red pulses flickered at points around the world. "These," the man explained, "are the gates. There are 7 major entrances to Agartha. You entered through the Pacific Gate. But others are waking, some not meant to be found." 3. The hidden gateways around the world. The people of Agartha, known as the Varnari, showed DOI ancient maps overlaying the continents. They marked 7 major gateways, hidden in remote regions. Mount Shasta, USA, a known spiritual site and entrance. The Himalayas, Tibet, guarded by monks who know the seeker, T.S. of Shambhala. Amazon rainforest, Brazil, a living gate protected by the spirits of the jungle. Antarctica, the most dangerous one, partially controlled by militaries. The Sahara Desert, long forgotten, buried beneath shifting sands. Lake Baikal, Russia, a deep-water gate that opens only during seismic shifts. The Great Rift Valley, Africa, where ancient voices still echo in volcanic caves. Each gate, the Varnari explained, is not merely a tunnel. It is a frequency corridor. It requires the traveler's vibration to align. Not everyone can enter, even if they stand right on top of the entrance. 4. A war beneath our feet. For centuries, Agartha had remained neutral, observing surface humanity with compassion, hoping one day the two worlds could reconnect in peace. But something changed. The balance has been broken, said the white-haired sage. There are others, not of the surface, nor of Agartha. They are in between, parasites of the cracks, born of fear, thriving in chaos. These entities, the Varnari called them the Hollow, were ancient beings that fed on human suffering. They couldn't enter Agartha directly, but they whispered into the minds of leaders, incited war, greed, and division. And now, they were trying to breach the gates. One such breach had occurred in Antarctica. A covert expedition had stumbled upon the threshold and awakened something buried, something the Varnari had sealed thousands of years ago. And it was no longer sleeping. 5. The Chosen Ones and the Son of the Core. Doi was brought to the Core Temple, the energetic heart of Agartha. There, he saw a crystalline sphere floating above a pool of liquid light. The sphere pulsed with a rhythm, a song, not made of sound, but of meaning. Every pulse contained a message, and Doi could feel it. You are a bridge, the sage told him. Born of the surface, yet capable of remembering.
Yêu mà si tên thêm.
Not everyone, only those who are ready. Doi asked how he would know who was ready. The sage placed a hand on his chest, those who listen not with ears, but with the silence within. He was shown visions of future upheavals, but also of great awakenings. Children born with radiant minds, ancient ruins revealing hidden technologies. Great storms, yes, but also the blooming of a new earth. Then, Doi was told, there will be a time when the gates must open fully. Not just for wanderers like you, but for all who seek. When that time comes, you will remember this moment. You will return.
Sáu, bắt đầu theo Sophie.
When Doi returned again to the surface, years had passed, or so it felt. Yet the world around him seemed unchanged. The flute had vanished. But he no longer needed it. The frequency was within him now. He began writing. Not as a prophet, not as a preacher, but as a storyteller. Through fiction, through metaphor, through dreams, he seeded the idea of Agartha in the minds of thousands. Some laughed. Some ignored, but a few, a precious few, heard. And in secret corners of the world, in mountaintops and deserts, caves and temples, the gates shimmered quietly, waiting.